YouTube. I'm here with my beautiful girlfriend Caitlin. We're chilling, just hanging out. It's Sunday, and I got a video today I wanted to show her, and that's why she's in here. We both used to be real big fans of H3. She actually has a lot of their clothes. Um, but we're just gonna go watch some of him now, and just see how he's behaving these days. Let's get right into it. Anything to say? No. Okay, cool.
Again, because I know there's probably a lot of conservatives watching the show.
When I say like I want to activate young people, I'm talking about stuff like universal health care. I don't think that people should have to pay for insulin. I don't think people should be incarcerated for nonviolent crimes. I don't think that prisons should be owned by private
I know.
companies and be profiting off prisons. I think universities should be free or heavily or damn near closed. You know what I mean?
He's been hanging out with this song too much, huh? He literally just sounds.
I kind of agree with him on this.
Me too, of course, but it's just, who is this? It's not the who is this guy?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised he just like started like that.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, I'm sure they were talking about other stuff, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
but
an odd thing to be like, I'm a good person.
right.
I believe that that there should be like a universal basic income from people who, as we automate the world more and more, you know what I mean? It's just only natural that there's going to be less jobs. I think what I'm interested in is like the wealth.
No, like universal basic. So everybody should get like $1,000 a month or something.
On top of like whatever.
They just get it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That'd be tight.
Totally should give more money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Care
I
of
meant like everyone should be paid the same regardless of what they do.
No.
Okay.
everybody in the country, and especially the people on the bottom side, because they're the ones who are going to need the most help coming up. You know what I mean? This isn't like a culture war thing where I want like fucking kitty boxes in your kindergartens for kids to take shit in kitty boxes or whatever the fuck it is that they talk about on Fox News. You know what I mean? I genuinely like. I just want to advocate for like a stable and healthy democracy.
That was one of the things that bothered me so much is like they're telling all these people the jab is free, right?
Yeah.
It's not free. Our tax money is paid to a $1 trillion pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
And we're already paying this tax money to then get these jabs.
Yeah.
And so like that kind of stuff just seems so crazy to me because like they convince everyone that it's free, but it's not because they already.
This has got to be upsetting Ethan. Ethan loves the vaccine. Like he fucking loves the vaccine, you know?
But he's so agreeable, or what is that?
Yeah, he's being agreeable right now, but let's see how this goes because shit,
Your
man.
taxes, and they paid it to this like $1 trillion private company.
It's free in a way, right? Because like if anyone can walk in and get it, I think that's what they mean, right? Obviously, we paid a fuckload of money as taxpayers.
So it's not free. Right? It's free because you don't gotta walk in and pay it.
It's free in a way. Like if you're broke as shit, you're not gonna go to a pharmacy and spend $50 for a shot. You're gonna say fuck that.
True.
But it's free for them. For me and my tax.
Like so, Brad's saying like, yeah, our taxes pay for this type of stuff, but somebody's not gonna walk in there and have to pay out of pocket to get the vaccine. Like it doesn't feel like you're really paying for it because that's where your taxes are going to. Half the time we don't even know what our taxes go to. So yeah.
I probably paid tens of thousands of dollars for it, right?
Yeah.
For my tax record or whatever. So it's not free in that way, but I think the messaging of saying it's free is important so that people know they don't have to pay literally to get it.
I understand it, but at the same time, it just feels shitty. And then I see that and I'm like, this just feels shitty. It's not like it's some like
How does it feel?
Shitty.
Yeah, it feels shitty.
Pants make me feel shitty.
They look like the pants you have. They literally look like your Teddy Fresh ones. Oh my god.
That is like similar color.
That's hella funny.
I like them on him though.
Synchronicity.
Dean company. It's like these guys are just pocketing fuck tons amount of money because it's just like, well, we all need to do this.
What's interesting is I think both any political affiliation, we can all agree that the pharmaceutical companies are fucking crooks, right? They're like killing people.
Okay, so the pharmaceutical companies are killing people. I wonder what he's gonna say next now.
To make money.
Yeah, it's insane.
And so the question is like, what do you do about it, So it's literally by design that they don't
Yeah.
fucking care about that they only care about money. That's the whole. That's capitalism, right?
I guess
That's
what bothers
capital
me
is.
when we talk about this, because
It's capitalism, bro. Hassan, bro. I fucking love Hassan, dude. Capitalism, dude. Man.
I agree, is that then I think about, during that whole time, they're like, this is the government caring about us, saying we need to take this jab, but in reality, it's like we just funded this company trillions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's on the back end of this
Really
thing. That
angry.
not saying that like this can't help anyone or this didn't help anyone, but on the back end of that, like help is money.
Yeah.
And it's not just, we're not like, because during the time, it's like, it's almost as if like the government was trying to convince people that like, we were trying to help you. It's like, dude, none of this is about helping. This is just about fucking money. So it frustrated me.
Yeah. So the whole
Yeah.
way that played out was kind of interesting, right? The government was like, okay, we need a vaccine, and we need it fast. And the technology that actually came through that is kind of like gonna change the world. So there was like,
It's kind of like gonna change the world. I thought fucking the pharmaceutical companies kill everybody, dude. So now they're changing the world. What?
a good thing that came out of it, which is like this. I mean, they developed a vaccine in like 6 months, which before it takes like 10, 20 years. It's unheard of, right? And so,
Which is a fishy as fuck to me.
why?
It just seems weird, dude.
Why does it seem weird?
It just seems like it was already there. Or
You
there
think it
like-
was already there?
I don't know, dude. I mean, to
You
be
think
honest,
the vaccine already existed?
I think the whole thing was some bullshit, on my honest opinion.
You think
but-
the vaccine is like just sugar water or something?
I mean,
So it's
dude,
just like a condescending, like you think it's like sugar water or something. It's like,
Like clearly, it's fucking. What did you say? It's fishy.
yeah, it's fishy as fuck.
Ethan just said physical vaccines take like 10 to 20 years to develop. This took 6 months. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck do you mean? Like, it's not fishy.
yeah. Like, it's sugar water. It's like, oh god, dude.
you had to take 6 of them to,
I love
to
this
like
part,
work.
not
Apparently, they were like, take
Not
this, then
6.
take that. Okay, 4.
3.
Not
I did
6.
3.
2 less than 6.
Yeah, but that's normal, right? To get boosters like that. That's
2 less than 6. Fucking, that's bad math right there. It's actually 3 less than 6, Brad. But
I've never heard of a vaccine where you get boosters every like couple months.
yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know very much about vaccines, but I don't feel like that's common, like Ethan just claimed.
Yeah,
Like the flu, you get once a year, but it's not. It's the same shit once a year, right? It's
Yeah.
not like a fucking add-on, an extra that you.
and
have to
then
get.
it's
just
not like they say like, oh, the flu shot's 100% effective, then they say it's 80, then they say it's 70, and then you know what I mean. It's effective, and it is what it is with the flu thing. But with this shit, it's been like Brad said, hella fishy.
not a new thing.
I thought that boosters is like a yearly thing, not like you need 4 this year for it to be good. It
Right.
was like, yo, here's one. By the way, you got to pay for this one. Here's another one. By the way, here's another one. Here's another one. It just seemed like to me, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The whole thing felt weird. Where it was like,
Mhm.
shouldn't it just be good? Like, I mean, I get it yearly, whatever. Maybe like I think the measles or the whatever, the pox is like every 6 years or some shit like that. I
Yeah,
don't even know
yeah.
the time, but
Yeah.
for this to be like, you need all 4 of these for this to be effective was like crazy as hell to me.
I think why it was like that is because we were working so
Oh,
fast.
correct.
Did you hear that?
They were working so
Oh
fast.
my god,
right?
dude, he
And-
loves the vaccine so much. He thinks he is one of the makers.
For this to
Listen
be
to
like, you need all 4 of these for this to be effective was like crazy as hell to me.
I think why it was like that is because we were working so fast.
We. I didn't notice that I was talking.
We were working so fast on it. So you are the pharmaceutical company, Ethan. What the hell, man? So you're killing people. Look at his face right here.
Oh my gosh, that's a great shot.
They were working so fast, right?
Yeah.
And it was kind of like a changing landscape. We're like measles. We know what measles is, right? We know what the fuck it is. We have the vaccine. There's no like measles 2.0 around the corner. And so I think what happened was that it was such a changing landscape that they did it faster than they ever would. And I think the science, frankly, was showing. Obviously I disagree with you with the whole vaccine thing to a degree. I think we agree some level on like the money aspect of it.
Yeah.
But I think they realized that to get the most efficacy out of it, you would need to supplement it with more vaccine. And again, that's not unheard of, right? Like you know how many shots you got to get for rabies? It's like 12 or some shit, like
No.
back to back to back.
Yeah, but it's like rabies isn't something they forcing everyone to get at one point.
Is there
Like you bringing up rabies, it's like such a different thing. Like you know, like
And isn't it like that many shots and then you're done?
yeah, but
I didn't even know that.
neither did I. I don't know, but don't you have to get like bit by something to get rabies? Like usually,
Yeah, like a fucking
rabid dog or some shit. Yeah, it's just like not the same as like a fucking airborne virus. Like you're fucking stupid, dude.
point where the pandemic killed enough people where you would have understood, you know what I mean? Like how bad
there a
should
point-
the pandemic have been?
It's like how bad should it be before you just like save lives and don't do anything and destroy your own life? So it's like, dude. And like, dude, he was such a Nazi about vaccines too. It's just like he was just so fucking crazy about it.
I wish Brad would bring up the like that people are like fucking dropping and fucking having heart attacks and shit. Like, and people are thinking it's from the
That kind of
vaccine.
stuff can't even get said on YouTube though.
But people say it, people talk about it. I mean, that's the only place I have seen people talk about it.
Yeah, but like they're probably so worried about monetization that they, can't really talk about that because you
I
get
mean, I can see H3 that way, but I don't know. I don't
To
really watch
justify
that.
what
Yeah.
they did, because there's got to be a point, right?
I'm not saying anyone's life isn't worth more than someone else's life, but then on the same sentence, if I could say that to be true, then like anyone's income is also not the more essential versus not essential for someone else's, because someone's income is also related to their ability to survive. I don't know exactly what the line is. I think maybe if I stepped outside and like people were just dying on the floor, like as
Okay.
you walk by, it's like it's really serious.
bad, really bad.
Yeah.
Because the thing about like dealing with a pandemic as like a
Like, who is this
epidemiologist or
Like, who is this guy? Like, the thing like dealing with the pandemic. Like, this is not the usual Ethan you see, like he's like really trying to like seem like super like sophisticated, like he's really well educated and just like a really smart guy. It's like, dude, you're a fucking dick joke YouTuber, man, and we like that more than this guy.
Yeah. Like we said earlier, watching his little clip that he did, because they're like off right now or something like that, right?
Yeah.
He said the show's coming
Oh,
out
yeah,
August
yeah, yeah.
15th, where he was like just at home doing a recording about
James Charles.
James Charles, like that, I actually laughed at for the first time in forever. He's like, he does better when he's by himself.
Yeah.
And he's not trying too hard to
100%.
his staff, or like Brad, for example. It's like he's all right alone when he's like not, thinking about what
Others
everybody else
just think.
is gonna say
Yeah.
or think. Or
I agree.
yeah, I'm really surprised that he didn't like just start agreeing with Brad at this, to be honest.
But I mean, yeah.
for these people that deal with like viral spread, they're kind of fucked, right? Because they're damned if they do and damned if they don't. They don't really know what's going to happen with this COVID, but they see that like it's got like in the beginning 2% mortality, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's fucking insane. Because like if you at the beginning, right, it was different because there was no people didn't know how to deal with it. The first version was more deadly. There was no vaccines. There was no whatever, right? So 2% mortality is insane, dude. Right? Because if you do the math on that, it's like 300 million people in the United States. What's 2% of like 300 million?
A ton.
You know what I mean? It's like I think it's at least 20 million. So if you imagine like 20 million people dying, that is a catastrophe, right?
Yeah.
And so in the beginning, for them, it's like, do we act to like prevent that, or do we under react and then that happens? So it's almost like they didn't really. It's like it's a hard decision to make
But
from a
see-
governmental position, right?
So that's the video. It stops it right there. You think he'd feel different about it? Because Brad had his whole gym shut and everything. And
Jim, what?
so Brad runs a gym, and
Yeah.
during COVID, they kept getting
Oh,
like
they had to shut down?
He kept getting fined and shit. Yeah, and they could never give him a good reason. And
Was he like not shutting down?
No.
Good for him.
Yeah, and then like I think Ethan would feel different about it if his business fucking was, because he's all like, well, like,
I mean, he seems like he abided by all the rules, but if he didn't, is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying, if say if he had a business that was non-essential, you know what I mean, like where he wasn't able to work around it, like if he had like a gym or something. Of course, he wouldn't have a gym, but I'm just saying if he was affected, like a restaurant owner was affected, or you know. I just feel like he just really doesn't think about that. He just is like, they just did what they had to do, and
He would think about pretty much what he would do, and doesn't really consider being on the other side of things.
Because I think if you're not angry about how they fucking handled that shit, it's just like, I don't know. I guess what your privilege, as the people say these days. But that'll do it for that. What do you think about Raw Talk? You think Brad did a good job?
Yeah, he did alright.
Yeah, I like Brad. I like his podcast. He knows how to like open people up pretty good.
Yeah.
But all right, that'll do it. I love you.